Hello everybody, this is Brandon Luna and I'm here with Jose Blanco, Vice President of Hoya de Nicaragua and CYB Cigars. You're here representing today for CYB?
For CYB, for Hoya de Nicaragua, for Dark Orojo, for Antaño, for Caminete, and all the great things we do at Hoya de Nicaragua Cigars.
Excellent, sir. And this is the C.A.T.S event, which if you don't know is the Cigar Aficionados and Traders and Sales Group, and it's a special event here in Calypso, Texas to benefit the Cigars for Warriors, which is a great thing to benefit. How did they bring you into this event, sir?
Well, I've always been a big supporter of the military. My father was a vet, and C.A.T.S is a great organization, and Cigars for Warriors too. So to me, it's a pleasure and honor to be here with all these great cigar aficionados and people that truly love the greatest industry in the world. That to me is the cigar industry.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. It's probably the one industry that's full of the nicest people you ever meet. I've never met someone that works for a cigar company or that does anything related to cigars that's just not a great person. So I do post on a lot of forums, and I have people that follow the podcast, and they do have a couple of questions that they wanted me to ask you, so I'll ask a couple of those real quick.
Of course.
First question obviously was what's next for CYB? New sizes, new wrapper, what's coming?
Well, we're coming out with the Lancero in about a week. It's been something that from day one people have been asking for us. It was the one that took us the longest time because people don't realize how difficult a Lancero is. People see a 38 ring gauge and say it's easy to make. No, it's easy to make a 50, a 54, a 60, but that size, a 7x38, is very hard because you have to center that ligero, that viso right in the middle so it doesn't tunnel on you or has a tight draw. So it's a very hard cigar to make it. That's why it took us over a year to get it going, and we took rollers that had more than 25 years of experience to make this cigar.
Wow, I'm looking forward to that. I'm a big Lancero, big Corona guy. Those are my two favorite sizes, so I'll definitely be checking that out. Any plans for a Connecticut with a little bite, like the old Series C from way back when?
We're working on a lot of different things this year. We'll, at the show, be releasing some new things also that in due time we will make a press release about it. But, at Hoya Cigars, we're all the time looking at different things to come up with. I'm very fortunate that when I arrived at Hoya de Nicaragua, I was amazed on the type of tobaccos they had and the quality and the way they ferment their tobaccos and the aging process on it. So when you have good tobaccos to work with, it's easier for you to make a great cigar.
Yeah, for sure. Now, one of the things I read about this, and it was a great interview you did for Cigar Aficionados, and they were talking about how back in the day you were sorting leaves with your dad and your cousin, and you used to smoke these cigars when you were like 15 or 16. Do you remember what those were? What were those cigars?
That was basically Dominican tobacco. That was the first time that I actually smoked Piloto Cubano. That's a Cuban seed that was grown in Dominican Republic. Then we smoke Olor, and then we have Chago Diaz, King Diaz, and different type of Criollo tobaccos there. Of course, I had already at a young age smoked some Cubans, but it was basically some Cubans and the majority of Dominicans. Now I smoke everything from all over the world.
Yeah. Any desire to recreate any of those blends from your childhood?
That would be hard because some of those tobaccos are not grown anymore. And to be honest, it was something I was telling the guys today. I've been smoking for 47 years, and to be honest, outside the Cubans, because that's an issue that would take many days of talking, the best cigars I've smoked has been actually in the last 4 or 5 years, and it's basically because of the diversity of different leaves. You have to remember that before we would only have Candela, Maduro, Indonesian, Connecticut, and Cameroon.
Yeah.
Now we have so many different wrappers. We have Criollo 98, Corojo 99, Corojo 2000, Corojo 2006, Habano Ecuador, Habano Nicaragua, Mata Fina, Mata Norte, Arapiraca, Piloto Cubano grown in Dominican Republic. There's so many diversity of leaves that we have to work with. So, the cigars are more richer, more complex today, and it's overall just a great experience.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm a big Nicaraguan fan, and that's really my favorite cigar, so I totally agree with that. I'm sure you get asked this question a lot, but what's in your humidor? What do you find yourself smoking all the time?
Everybody that knows me knows that I smoke 5 different cigars a day.
Okay.
From different countries and different companies, because unless I'm working on a blend, that I'll smoke that cigar early in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, and then after lunch. But if I'm not working on a blend, it's going to be 5 cigars and 5 different, totally different cigars from different companies a day.
Yeah, that's research, baby. Yeah.
I don't care how good somebody tells me a cigar is. I have to really find out by myself.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. So big ring gauges are really big right now. It's one of the trends in cigars that we've seen happening this year, or last year actually. What do you foresee as the next big trend? Do you ever think Lanceros will be a big trend?
I don't. To be honest, I don't know, because I mean, when we thought that 54 and 56 was big, and then all of a sudden 60, then it's 70. Now they're coming out with 80s.
80, I know.
Somebody told me to make a cigar and just make it a 10 by 100 and call it enough.
I agree with that totally. All right, well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you do have other things to do here, so I do appreciate your time, sir.
It's my pleasure. It was great to meet you, and
Great meeting.
great to be.